What's the deal with the Paris Catacombs? I never heard of the Paris Catacombs. I was listening to Owen Benjamin yesterday talk about the Paris Catacombs and saying, "Hey, how does this happen?" I said, "Yeah, no doubt." I said, "I don't get it, man. 6 million bodies are in the Paris Catacombs. All right, 6 million, if not more. 6 million, and I mean, check. This is what they're. I mean, this is what they look like. It's some kind of. I mean, that's like formation, man. Look at all these bones and stuff. I mean, look at this. You don't just. I mean, this is. It's not just like they're thrown into a pit. So, hey, I just want you to look at this real quick. Look at that. That's a formation. What are these bones here? So if they're laying. I mean, how do you? What? All right. So what are the Paris Catacombs? All right. Hold on a second. We got to go to. Paris Catacombs here. Hold on a sec. Paris Catacombs are an underground ossuary in Paris, which holds remains of more than 6 million people in a small part of a tunnel network to build to consolidate Paris's ancient stone quarries. This ossuary was created as part of an effort to eliminate the city's overflowing cemeteries. Preparation work began after 1774, a series of gruesome St. Innocents cemetery quarter basement wall collapses added a sense of urgency to the cemetery eliminating measure. And from 1786, nightly processions of covered wagons transferred remains from most of Paris' cemeteries to a mine shaft open near the Rue de la Tombe Essor. And the ossuary remained largely forgotten until it became a novelty place for concerts and other private events in the early 19th century. After further renovations and construction of accesses around the Place Rouchereau, it was open to the public for visitation in 1874. But since 2013, the catacombs number among the city's 14 museums. Although the ossuary comprises only a small section of the underground, Parisians currently refer to the entire tunnel as the catacombs. So 6 million people were moved there from other cemeteries on a nightly procession of covered wagons. So now we got to say, what's the population of Paris? So let's check it out. In 1700, Paris only had 600,000 people. In 1600, it had 415,000. In 1300, it had 275,000. Let's keep seeing what else they got. I actually look back, they don't go back far enough. But I look back. I only find it. Reliable figures for the population in Paris before 1328. But if you look at some numbers, it says between 80,000 and 300 AD to like 20,000 for the rest of that millennia, the first century. No, what is it? The first 1,000 years. But check this out. The Bubonic plague struck Paris for the first time in 1348 and returned frequently. Due to the plague and the outbreak of civil war, the population fell to about 100,000 people by 1422. By 15, it had reached 150,000. I mean, we're talking 6 million bodies. And a population that only had 600,000 people in the late 1700s. They're literally trucking by horse and buggy 6 million bodies and putting them in some kind of formation, not just thrown into a pit. That just doesn't make any sense, man. So I have no idea. But how does this happen? I mean, again, Paris hasn't had huge populations. They didn't even have 6 million people. That means, like my man said on my comments, he said, well, that's 5,000 per year from 300 to 1,800 because there's 1,400 years, and you divide that by 6 million, and you got 5,000 per year. I'm like, yeah, but in the first millennia, whatever it's called, they only had 20 to 80,000 people, man. So if you're talking 5,000 people a year being thrown in there, that's 25% of the population. Or 20%, something like that, 25%. That doesn't make any sense. So where did all these people come from? And then they forgot about it? Man, there's something weird. I don't know. I'd just like to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think about the Paris Catacombs. Thanks.